Assalamualaikum and a very good evening to all Malaysians and especially to the audience of our session Sembang Sihat by SihatSihat. Now today is very special because for the first time it's our first female guest on Sembang Sihat by SihatSihat. And guess what? Today is not about workout, it's not about mental health. Today is about food. Yes, and as Malaysians lah, food always is like a cultural thing, it's an everyday thing. We love our food. But how do we eat healthy? And that's where my guest, a very special guest from DietIdeas is here to give us a talk on how to eat healthy and also about dieting. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen of Sembang Sihat by SihatSihat, please welcome Masfarah Wahidah.
Masfarah Wahidah.
Masfarah Wahidah, yes. Tongue twister suddenly. Nervous. First girl. The first female here. So I feel a bit like nervous, tongue twister.
Okay.
So thank you so much, Puan Farah, Miss Farah.
Puan.
Puan Farah for coming. On our email, because when we were going back and forth on our emails, right? I kept referring to you as Dr. Farah because like I assume because you're a dietitian, you're in healthcare. And you have an MD as well, right? A medical degree?
No, it's actually managing director.
Okay, I'm sorry. Wrong way of reading it, okay? So, can I just ask, like, can you just introduce yourself first before I go deep into it?
Okay. I'm not good at introducing myself. Okay, so my name is Masfarah Wahidah. People call me Farah. So I run a healthcare company called DietIdeas. It's my company.
Cool.
Yeah, so DietIdeas is the Malaysia's first mobile and virtual consultancy company which is focusing on dietetics and nutrition. That means we can go to clients' houses, we can go to clients' offices, and at the same time we can do virtual. So this time around, we are also opening our diet center. We are gonna be the first in Malaysia that doing diet clinic. So we're gonna have our branch in KL, in Penang, and also in Johor.
Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much. So
okay.
That's a little bit introduction about me.
That's a very good thing because it's something like doctors on call where it's like the doctors go to the house. In this case, like you actually go to patients' houses and guide them on dieting, right?
True.
So just bear in mind, cause like you look very young here. So like, how old are you exactly? Just like questions saja je kan.
Okay, I'm 27 years
Oh
old.
my god, you're young.
Yeah.
Okay. Congratulations, 27 and also has her own company. That's very good.
Yeah, I registered the company when I was 25. And then 26, I focus on other things. I got pregnant, I got married.
Okay,
Yeah.
congratulations.
And then after that, I focus on the company. On 20.
Okay, understood. Just a quick question. Like, where did you go to school?
Oh, the school, you mean the secondary school?
Secondary school and then university.
I went to Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Agama Tun Sakaran in Semporna, SMKA Muhammad Ali Ranau too. And also I went to matriculation in Labuan.
Okay.
And then I continue my degree at UKM.
UKM
KL.
Is it in Bangi?
No, it's in KL.
It's in KL.
The KL one is specializing in medical, health sciences, dentistry.
Okay. I did not know there was a UKM in KL. Is it the one in City Wangsa? Like
No, it's in a Chowkit.
Chowkit. Okay.
Kat tengah-tengah Chowkit.
Okay. I mean, sorry, I live in KL, but I don't know where the university is.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
It's connected to HKL. Yeah.
Okay. Wow. All right. Okay. Now, never mind. Now I get it. Now I know exactly where it is. It's right next to HKL. All right. Thank you. Sorry. Apologies for any doctors who came from UKM there. So sorry. So I'm sorry. I'm gonna refer you as doc because like
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like it's just like you are to me like dietitians or nutritionists or whatever. Like you guys are medical professions. Like you do take care of patients, right? So is it okay if I just refer you to as Dr. Farah?
Cannot.
Okay.
You can call me Farah.
Farah. Okay.
Farah is good.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you. So informal today.
Yeah.
It's okay.
I hope it's good, right? Informal.
Yeah. That's how we usually prefer our podcast. I'm just rambling today because like first guest that's female and then first dietitian, first diet topic, right? So I wanna jump into it lah. What is dieting? So first of all, what is diet? What is a diet?
Okay.
Like in a very very basic term because we all hear the major the advanced ones but we never hear the basics. Like so
Yeah,
what is
true.
diet? What is a diet?
Okay, so basically we have this terminology in dietetics and nutrition. The term diet refers to food. Yeah. So, but diet refers to food. Malay diet means a Malay food. Chinese diet means Chinese food. Yeah, so technically, some people, when they talk about diet, they talk about restricting their food intake. But actually, the basic term diet is food. Yeah.
That's it. It's just diet means food.
Yeah, diet means food. But sometimes, because we are a dietetics and nutrition field, so we refer food as diet. Yeah, so that is the basic terminology.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
The
it's,
basic things of diet.
that's it. It's just
Yeah, it's just diet is food. That's it.
wow. Okay. People have complicated that so much over the years. So
Yes.
so how is it like for an everyday person, for an everyday person, what is the proper diet? I mean, how much food should you take in one day? You know what I mean? Like the basics. Like for someone like me who is 90 kilograms and then and likes to work out, like macam how much food do I take in, and what kind of food should I take in?
Okay, so there are three things.
Okay.
Number one, you have to know your calories intake.
Okay.
Second things is you have to incorporate macronutrients.
Okay.
Macronutrients such as carbohydrate, protein, and fat, and also we put a little bit of and also we put fiber. Okay, so and then the third one is you have to know who you are, what you're planning to be, or what if you have any medical conditions. So these are the three things that you have to consider if you want to do healthy diet or taking healthy food. Okay. So calories it's very depending on it's very individualized. Okay. So if you technically, if you are on a journey of weight loss, generally we will do a calorie reduction of 1,500 to 1,800 for men.
Sorry, okay, 1,500
500
to 1,800 calories.
Yes, yeah. So this is the general one. Okay. But then if you want to know the specific one, we have to calculate it for you. Okay. And then for women, it shouldn't be less than 1,200. So 1,200 until 1,500. This is a journey of weight loss, and some of them also using this kind of calories for maintenance to maintain their body weight. Okay, and also, are you following me?
Yeah, I am. Trust me, yeah, I am. Because like I'm just looking at it because like I'm figuring out in my head as well. It's like, okay, if I want to do, let's say, like I want to bulk up, right? So I'm thinking calorie surplus versus calorie deficits, like that kind of thing in my head right now. So please continue going on. Don't worry, I am following you, doc.
Okay. Yeah, so that's one. And second one is to take healthy diet. We have to follow the macronutrients compositions, like 50% of carbohydrate, 30% of fat, and 20% of protein. So if you are in a journey of weight loss, if you have any medical conditions, we just have to tweak around with the compositions, like maybe 45% of carbohydrate, 40% of carbohydrate, or 25% of fat, 25% of proteins. So that's how we do as a dietitians or nutritionists. We do not encourage our client to do like keto diet, to do like Atkins diet, because sustenance, number one. Second one is, what's the point of for example, weight loss? What's the point of losing weight, but your inside is not healthy? So based on the research and based on our my experience, those who are doing keto diet, Atkins diet, they manage to lose weight. But the problem is, once they do full blood test, they will notice increment of their cholesterol level. So we do not want you to lose weight, but your inside is getting a problem.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, is it okay for when it comes to cholesterol? We're talking about cholesterol, right? Is it due to gut health? Like, is that we could due to like there's like maybe there's too much junk in your guts? Like that, some people say there's like gut fat, and there's also there's no external fat. I mean like the outer fat here, right? I'm not sure if I'm making sense here, right? I'm not sure because from my understanding, because my background when it comes to dieting comes from working out, from lifting weight. So in my head, my diet always has to be something like sweet potatoes, cauliflower, broccoli, and all the leafy vegetables, and of course white fish or chicken breast. That's it. That is like this is like during this period of time, when I want to bulk up, let's say I have 6 months to gain a certain amount of muscle. This is what I have to eat. Like it's like, and it does affect my mental health as well, because like I want to eat nasi lemak sometimes, I want to eat a pizza sometimes. I'm in Malaysia, I want to eat lots of things, but during this particular time I had to sit with this strict diet. So is it healthy and also unhealthy at the same time, like just in your opinion, right?
Technically it's healthy, but then you are not a Western, right?
Okay.
We are Malay, we are Chinese, we're Indians, so it's better to take our kind of diet and then translate it to whatever you are eating.
Okay.
So like for example, instead of taking potato, you can also take rice, you can also take nasi lemak. There's no problem as long as you understand the compositions, and also you understand what's inside that food. Okay, and cauliflower, sometimes people change it as a source of carbohydrate, right?
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So it has fiber, and it also has a little bit of carbohydrate. So technically, what you are doing now, what you are doing previously, it's still following the healthy recommendations. It's just that you are least reducing the carbohydrate percentage, the carbohydrate compositions. Okay. So that's the problem when we as a dietitians face a client who was educated by a fitness trainer, who was educated by from the workout, from the gym, because they already have their own belief, right?
Yeah,
So,
I'm one of those people right here lah.
yeah. So technically, you can still bulk up, you can still have your muscle, and at the same time eating your nasi lemak, at the same time eating your Malay diet, right? So it just because the basic things is we have to play with the macronutrients.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so the macronutrients being like carbohydrates.
Yes.
Okay, when it comes to starchy carbohydrates, because like one thing is our rice, like Malaysian rice, is high in starch, and that becomes the biggest. That's for my understanding, all right? Correct me if I'm wrong anytime, please, Farah.
Okay.
Anytime I'm wrong, just correct me, okay? So what I understand that our rice is high in starch, and because it's high in starch, it produces more glucose, more carbohydrates than necessary. But somehow when we eat rice, we never feel full. But then it's like we eat satu pinggan nasi, and then it tastes like macam tak adalah kenyang sangat. And then you add another one. You just have a second one because I tak kenyang. But then when you realize, like 2 hours later, you are bloated. So it's like the Malaysian rice actually a safe kind of rice. You know what I mean? Because like it's Malay diet. It's used in like kita pakai nasi goreng pakai yang tu, nasi biryani pakai tu, nasi ayam pakai tu. So it's like, is that a safe rice? Like safe to consume in a in on a regular basis, like
it's very safe.
Okay.
Right. It depends on the how much you are eating. It's moderation, right? So we have this term as a dietitians, we have a term called carbohydrate exchanges. Yeah, so carbohydrate exchanges is 1 scoop of rice is equals to one scoop of white rice is equal to 1 scoop of brown rice in terms of their carbohydrate content. So it's 15 gram to 15 gram.
All right.
Yeah. So technically in terms of the starch contents is almost the same. I'm not sure where you heard. Maybe it is because of the marketing content.
Could be.
Yeah, it's marketing content. Yeah, so that's why people has been brainwashed that rice is not good. But actually, rice is okay. In fact, in rice we can find vitamin B12, which helps in digesting our digestive system. Yeah. So the problem with our society in Malaysia, because previously they didn't have any access to dietitians who educate a knowledge or sharing a knowledge about Malaysian diet. Most of it are from Westerners. So that's why.
Okay. Yeah, because like
I hope you're clear.
No, I'm very clear, because like it's misinformation basically.
Yeah.
So I mean, because I'm not the only one, because there are a lot, like the gym that I go to, there are a lot of buff guys, and they all give me the same advice.
Understood.
Like, bro, first things first, protein. Carbohydrates is the last thing you think about. Fiber carbohydrates, second. But starchy carbohydrates, nasi ke mi or whatever, it's like, there goes tu belakang cerita. Tak penting. Yang penting dua ni. So it's like, how do you, like, to guys like me lah, who are okay, like maybe people who are starting to work out as well, right? what would you recommend for a healthy diet? Because it is kind of scary, because like we want to achieve our goals, and the problem with Malaysians is we like our shortcuts. I mean, it's a human problem lah, but
True,
like in
true.
Malaysia somehow we love our shortcuts even more.
True,
Like we want to,
true.
like, if you want to gain muscle, it's like you want to go this way. You want to cut, instead of taking the long way of working out, I think you want to take, some people will just take things that you're not supposed to.
True, true.
So it's like for someone who's starting out, let's say he's about 76 kilos, 170 centimeters. Like, we don't know their body contents or composition, but someone who's basic, what would you recommend for a startup healthy diet?
Okay, so first thing first. Oh, very hard questions. I mean, I need to calculate. Okay,
Okay,
never
I'm
mind.
sorry.
We just do some generalizations,
Yes,
right?
please.
In terms of healthy diet, I want to know how many times he is doing workout
Okay.
and intensity of workout. So I need to know this in order for me to give a suggestions, at least general suggestions of healthy eating pattern for that specific person.
Okay, so let's say if this specific person is lifting, like he's doing heavy squats, let's say 20% more than his body weight. So let's say he's 76 kilograms, but he's squatting 90 kilograms, like
Understood.
once a week. Yeah.
Oh, once a week. Okay, so technically, we always recommend following the macronutrients. Okay, so like carbohydrate, protein, and fat, and also fiber. So we as a dietitian will change. We will tweak it in terms of their carbohydrate content. Maybe we'll reduce a little bit of carbohydrate, increase a little bit of protein. But then 1 gram, if I'm mistaken, 1 gram per kilogram body weight. Okay, and hold on. How do I calculate this? Okay, so
It's hard without a pen and paper in front of you,
Yeah.
right? So sorry.
yeah, it's okay. It's okay. So basically, definitely we will give a pre-workout, post-workout meal plan on top of their regular meal timing.
That's
Yeah.
a pre-workout meal?
Yes, pre-workout meal and post-workout meal.
What is a pre-workout meal?
So,
like, sorry, I just have to ask. Like, that's the first time I heard about that. Because
Yeah.
like, to me, pre-workout is a drink.
Oh, okay. So pre-workout meals, usually we will encourage our client or our patients to take carbohydrate. Yes. Okay. It's
I'm sorry, I'm
contradicts.
surprised, because
it's
it's
contradicts,
contradicting
right?
with my belief.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah. So the reason why we do carbohydrate is because we do not want they have their own depletions of sugar, blood sugar. Okay, so once there is a depletions of blood sugar, probably our client, people could have experienced hypoglycemia.
Which is...
Blood sugar.
Oh, is that the one you get a bit you get a feel like a
Yes.
headache? Okay,
Yes.
lightheaded, alright.
Yes, number one. Secondly is we do not want to torment their body, right? So we need at least a sugar or carbohydrate to be administered into their body for the pre-workout meal. However, there is a research has shown that pre-workout meal, specifically for carbohydrate, carbohydrate or protein doesn't give any significant difference to the performance of an athlete. Okay, so unless the athlete is doing some long endurance kind of things, then yes. Okay, so for the post-workout meal, we always recommend them to take complete and balanced diet. Got carbohydrate, protein, and fat, and also fiber. And at the same time, we want to focus on increasing the protein. Okay. However, for the protein, this is also some misconceptions for the people in gym. Usually, their protein intake is extra.
Okay, understood.
Right? So, which means it also doesn't give any significant difference if you're taking more than protein or just what your body needs.
Understood.
Right.
Okay.
So we have a client, so the client is a bodybuilder,
Okay.
very, very nice six packs there. He is 45 years old and very fit, and he couldn't believe that he got diabetes.
What?
Right? So, and then he is in denial because he's very fit, he's been eating healthy. But he come to DietIdeas because he doesn't want to eat medications. So one of our mission at DietIdeas, we do not want to, we try to minimize any medication intake. And at the same time, if you're just newly diagnosed diabetes, we try to make food as your medicine. Right? So this client is bodybuilder. You know the bodybuilder body shape
shape,
is
yeah, it's
very,
like-
very, very pretty. Not very pretty, like very masculine, right?
Yeah.
So he got diabetes, and after we do dietary assessment, because he is very lacking of carbohydrate. Yeah, so he got this diabetic genes because both both of
His
his parents
parents.
are diabetic, right? But with diabetic, we can if you're eating according to what your body needs, we have the tendency or higher chance of not triggering the diabetic genes inside
Okay.
our body. So probably this client has been overdoing, and what happened is that because he's taking lacking of carbohydrate. So what once if you take if you lack of carbohydrate
Hydrates,
for
yeah.
so long of time, so longer time, what will happen? Your body will experience hypoglycemia. Okay,
Okay.
lacking of
Lack of
sugar,
sugar.
number one, and then your insulin. Your pancreas and insulin is one of the in our body, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't so our insulin the pancreas is does it doesn't it cannot register of too much sugar, but in fact the sugar is just normal, but this person has been eating low sugar diet, right?
So
Yeah,
the
low
pancreas
carbohydrate diet.
got used to having low sugar.
Yes,
Okay.
so it got used to process low sugar, and suddenly when the sugar
Comes in.
comes in, so it triggers the I would say the diabetic
Gene.
genes. Yeah, so that's why he got diabetic. So it's very very important for all, especially people who are going to gym, to understand what their body really needs. Number one, who they are first, and then and incorporating a healthy eating pattern. So this there is a term called, I forgot the term, but technically obsessively practicing healthy lifestyle. So obsessively practicing healthy lifestyle, which resulting to misconception. Yeah, so they practice it into their daily life, and when they've been diagnosed because of their misconceptions of diseases, been diagnosed with disease because of their misconception, they couldn't take it.
Understood.
Right. So it's very, very important to be in moderations and to seek the knowledge of who you are first. Don't follow other people because your DNA is unique.
Completely different.
Right.
Okay. No, because also because like when you went back to say like this patient was both his parents actually had diabetes, because like the reason why I'm like really health conscious now, because like now in my 30s, is because both my parents are diabetic.
Oh.
So that's why I have this like huge fear of like, okay, when I had when like if will this hit me when I'm 40? So that's why it's like now I'm like really like, okay, less rice, less whatever, but like increase your protein and vegetables, right? So like is there a safe method for like someone who's like in my condition, like someone in my condition, your patient client, is like, what is a safe route to take when it comes to food? Like, what's the safe approach? Like, do I stick to, okay, I can have my rice, I can have my sayo, I can have my chicken and whatever, but the quantity has to adjust? Is that what is that what you mean?
I would recommend you to see a dietitian.
Okay.
The safe route is always seeing a dietitian for us to understand who you are and then give you the right recommendations. Because if currently we are talking right now, I don't understand. I cannot do dietary assessment.
Understood.
Right? I need to know who you are totally, right? And then after that, I can formulate it. What's best for your body, and then you can follow it. Because our approach, we want it to be sustenance, to sustain, right?
Alright.
Like you mentioned eating potato, it's not sustain, right? Because that's not your diet. Because I mean,
I think so. I mean, I just whack
yeah,
whatever like, to me sweet potato is my safe journey.
yeah, but it's not our diet, right? It's a Western diet.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I think so, because like, I
Yeah.
just like you say, because like most of my information will come from YouTube, or it come from like my gym friends. Like they are Malaysians, but like they even practice what the Westerns practice, because when it comes to bodybuilding and like fitness levels, like it comes from the West. Like, who do we idolize when it comes to bodybuilding? It's like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Lou Ferrigno, John Cena, Brock Lesnar, like The Rock, for example. Like these are all Western guys, and like when we see their diet, it's like, okay, so this is what he's doing. How do I implement that in here?
Yeah, true.
So it's like that's how we would think. So you're saying that we should not? There is a way. Is that what you're saying?
Okay, you can take it as long as you think you are okay with that. But if you started to feel that I cannot take it, why can't I eat nasi lemak? So it's affecting your mental health, right? So when it's affecting your mental health, that means the kind of diet is not suitable for you, right? Maybe you can do it kadang-kadang, just seldomly, or not on regular basis, and then you focus on whatever things that you can eat, and then let the dietitian adjust it for you. Okay, so technically the safe route for you, okay, to answer your question, number one, seek a dietitian's consultation first. Number one. Secondly, I will also recommend you to do a DNA test, okay, to see how many traits of genes that you have in your body, the DNA for the diabetes, so that we can start to do prevention. Okay, and then from the DNA test, you can also do. We can see how much carbohydrate that your body can take. To prevent that conditions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, from what I can tell here, it's like, guys, please go get a dietitian. Like, just in case, go check with the dietitian.
Yeah. True.
Because when it comes to when like even as I was growing up, I mean, like, this is just my experience, my opinion. Okay, it's my opinion. I never found the need for a dietitian like when I was growing up because like I was as a kid growing up, I was very chubby. I was very overweight. Most throughout my teens, I was healthy, but I was overweight. I mean, I would say I lived healthy. I ate less and whatever, but I played football, played basketball. And then in my 20s, also was basically the same thing as my teens, like football, whatever. But there is no proper. It's not. It's I would say it wasn't a proper diet. I would say so. But going back to my point is that I was never told to go see a dietitian. I was never told by my parents or by anyone. It's like, oh, you sure are you sure you're eating healthy? You go check your dietitian first lah, because like just in case you never know ma. It's like something like that. So it's like, is there like why is there a lack of awareness for the general public to go see a dietitian? Like, is there you have an opinion on that?
Yeah, because technically dietitians is not famous that time, right? Not that time lah. We also have dietitians in hospital, but most of the patients and most of the patient lah people when they see a dietitian in hospital, they thought it is doctor. So the word dietitians is not that famous that time. In fact, for me, you know the UPU when we go to university,
Yeah.
right? All the options are in dietetics because I don't know what it is.
Alright.
I don't know what is dietetics. So I think I was really curious. So I putting up my future there. So I just fill up everything dietetics, degree in dietetics.
Just okay.
Only one dentistry and one chemistry. Yeah,
Okay.
that's it. So until when I go to university, and even my mom also asked me, what is dietetics? What is dietitian? And then I would say it's a doctor specializing in food.
Okay.
Right. So over the past few years, it's not famous. It's just that it started to get famous after 3 years back.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but still lack of awareness.
Understood. Yeah, it's very much a lack of awareness because like it's, I would say now that instead of just like when it comes to nutrition, we shouldn't go see a doctor. We should go see a dietitian. So it's like even when we met this just now, it's why I was asking you like, why can't I call you doctor? Because like you are basically taking care of my health in a sense. You take care of people's health. So how does this logic make sense? Because like you take care of people, but you are not a doctor. It's like, is there like some sort of explanation you can give me of why? Maybe is it a bureaucratic thing or something like?
No, it's a different profession. So the
Okay.
doctor word is a profession. Yeah, a dietitian word is a profession. So if you go overseas, some people they would address themselves as dietitian Masfarah. Yeah,
Oh.
dietitian Mike, for example, right?
Understood.
So but in Malaysia, we are lacking of it, right? So people don't really address us like dietitian Masfarah. Yeah, because it's not it's not, I would say they didn't put it in the act of allied health sciences, right? The needs of putting title in front,
Okay.
right? So that's why.
Oh my god, because like that is because like the perception of a title, especially in an Asian culture, that title perception really affects because like we've been missing out on an entire section of health
Yeah, sure.
because of a title that we think because of a title.
True.
Okay, I mean sorry, that just
If-
feels like a waste. Like this is like to me now this is why I do the podcast we do because it's raising awareness for these kind of like niche things, but it's very important. You don't
True,
realize it's
true.
important.
Yeah, so we are playing a very, very important part because most of the diseases, 99% comes from your stomach, right?
Yes.
So stomach, how do we, how
Take
this
care of it.
is coming from the food,
Yeah.
right? So basically it's the main problem. A majority is the problem, and people don't know who we are.
Yes.
In fact, currently now a lot of our patients, clients at Diet Ideas also they also call us doctor. Yeah.
Yeah, because even if I was in the same situation, I would address someone as doctor because like I assume like you're in healthcare, you're a doctor.
True, true.
Like paramedic, even if you're a paramedic, right? Because like you say you call them a paramedic, but you're a doctor. Yes,
True.
yeah. So it's like now at least thank you so much for informing me, and hopefully there's will be a lot more Malaysians out there will say like we will refer to you as a dietitian Masfarah or dietitian so on so on to use that title, make that title proud.
Oh,
Make
so
it into a thing, yeah, because
yeah, thank you,
it is important because like for someone who like me who really cares about health, like who really wants to like get into not I don't want a six pack but at least get like a healthy gut and reduce my visceral fat, like I don't go to a doctor, I have to go to a dietitian. See guys, please listen to this.
True. So okay, this I'm not sure if it is an issue, okay, but this is some of the things that we dietitians experience. Okay, so a
Okay, go
lot.
ahead. This is an inside scoop on dietitian life.
Okay, so when some of the doctor technically they have to refer a patients to us when it comes to diet, but then some of the doctor they don't, they instead give a dietary advices. So we have a lot of clients in Diet Ideas that they got misconceptions, misinformations from doctor.
Yes.
Yeah, so we have to change not only their diet, we have to change their belief
You
system.
have to change their mindset altogether.
Yeah, mindset. Yeah. So I also have an experience. I fell sick, so I met a doctor, and then I got this flu, right? And then the doctor said, cannot eat this time around because you have flu. You cannot take apple. You cannot take orange, right? Because it will exaggerate your conditions. Okay, and then what are you doing? What do you do as for living? I said I'm a dietitian, and then okay, he shut. Right. So when it comes to diet, it's always very important to see a dietitian. In fact, if you have a diabetes, okay, that definitely you have to see a doctor. If you're just newly diagnosed diabetes, and then some of the doctor they will say, okay, maybe I give you medications. But if you're still newly diagnosed diabetes, we will always encourage the patients to ask the doctor to do diet intervention first. Okay, because once you take the medications, it's for a longer time, right? It's better for you to make food as a medications when you just newly diagnosed with any diseases. Number one. Secondly, in the UK, okay, so for any people who has been diagnosed with diabetes, right, their first line of intervention would be food as a medicine. They will send to dietitians for 3 months to 6 months to see if their HbA1c level down, the blood glucose for 3 months, the control blood glucose for 3 months has been down, right? So, but in Malaysia, it's a different kind of
Yeah,
things,
different story altogether.
right? So usually the people who manage to do diet intervention when they just newly diagnosed are mostly educated one, or because they read a lot, maybe they are getting educations at overseas. Yeah, so but pity for those uncle aunties from village, right? So they just eat whatever doctor said, but in fact it's still early for them to do that.
Understood. Because like this is how unaware we are, where it's like even like certain fruits can affect our body, like for example, because like you said, our diet also depends on our genetics.
Yes, true.
So like unfortunately, like some of us we actually can't, we are allergic, and allergy comes from diet as well.
True.
So as Malaysians, I don't speak for all lah, but most Malaysians we love durian.
True.
And actually durian is one of the most like highly allergic, like high allergy fruits. And how do you like, has there been a system or some sort of platform besides here to make aware that people should go and check themselves out, like should check their family history, check their DNA, and then approach it and check with a dietitian for what they should eat, because food is what sustains us to be alive.
True.
So shouldn't we get somewhat like some way to like get accurate information of what we should eat?
True. Okay, so technically, you can get informations from dietitians at hospital, but the problem with dietitian at hospital, it's either you queue very long,
Understood.
right? And also some of the dietitians are also available on social media, and I'm not biased, but DietIdeas is
Oh
the
no!
first.
Please feel free to promote yourself here. It's like we're promoting health here, so it's like you are more than welcome to promote yourself.
Yeah, so there are also dietitians that are actively in social media, but if you want to get a super like what I say is very credible dietitian sources, you can go to DietIdeas. DietIdeas is in fact the first in Malaysia that is doing this, and where we have been recognized by the UKM next to DG
Yeah.
Hisham, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because we are the first in Malaysia that is promoting this.
Yeah.
Right.
Understood.
Yeah.
Very good.
Go
Right.
to DietIdeas.
Yes, please guys, go to DietIdeas. If you live in the Subang Jaya area, like please go check them out. SS
USJ1.
USJ1 only.
Yeah.
Near Summit only. No problem.
Yeah.
So it's like for anyone who has, I would recommend, please go and check yourself out. Because we need to know. Like
Yeah, true.
honestly, like if we don't know what our genetics are, and the thing is, it goes on when it comes to genetics, it goes on so many levels. It's not just
True,
food also, because like for me, like I want a big shoulders, but I probably can't get big shoulders because it's not part of my genetics.
True.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
So it's like, guys, it benefits you in so many different ways, alright? So please go check out DietIdeas. So
Yeah.
I have a few more questions though.
Please
Ask
ask me.
like okay, so when I came across DietIdeas, the first thing that comes out on the internet when it comes to Dietitian Malaysia or Diet Association of Malaysia comes MDA, Malaysian Dietitian Association. Like, are they a group? Like, are you part of them, or are they like what kind of community, or like how does it work?
Okay, so Malaysian Dietitian Associations is the community of dietitians, and DietIdeas are under them. It's our
Okay.
associations as a dietitians.
Alright.
Yeah, so like doctor, they have their associations as a medical doctor. So dietitian also, it's a non-profit orientations.
Alright.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's very good because
Yeah.
the thing is that we are not sure how to approach dietitians. That's one thing. As Malaysians,
True.
like we very segan. I had to say the word segan because that's what we are. We segan and we malu to go approach someone to tell us how to eat.
Yeah, true.
Because like we grew up, it's like whatever depan meja makan.
Makan.
Habiskan. Yeah.
Berdosa tolong
Those-
makan.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right.
So it's like how do we change this mindset? I mean, like it has to go down to an education system, you know? Like it has to be part of like an early life education, like
True.
eating correct. Has there
True.
been any awareness on this? Like, I'm sorry I'm asking so much
Yeah,
because like my mind just got blown up
True,
by
true.
thank you, but my mind is in like wow,
True.
alright.
Okay, so education system technically they are, but it is not. They are not enhancing it. So if you remember, I'm not sure if you're studying here in Malaysia.
Yeah, I said in Malaysia.
Yeah. So back in when we were in not standard lah, I think form 2. Right, so we teach the textbook teaches about pyramid makanan,
Oh yeah,
the
yeah,
food
yeah,
pyramid, what is protein, carbohydrate, but it has not been enhanced
yeah. It
yet.
has not been upgraded.
Yeah, so that's number one. And then so that's why when people talk about healthy eating pattern, they just refer to pyramid makanan, but that is for a general population. Some of the people, if you see from the pyramid makanan, got milk. Some people cannot drink milk,
Lactose intolerance.
right? Lactose intolerance. So that's already means that this is just a general, but you can't really practice it for the individualizations, right? Individualization, that means it's personalized you. Okay, you have to refer to a dietitian. That's number one. The second one is okay, so it hasn't been enhanced, but DietIdeas, we are collaborated with Nestle. We also collaborated with Ministry of Education Malaysia and Nutrition Society Malaysia to educate kids in the early stage. We call the program is Nestle for Healthier Kids, where the DietIdeas is the executor for the programs. So we go to school to school to educate them about healthy eating pattern, because we believe in order to create a healthy Malaysia, we have to create from kids,
Yes,
right?
I agree.
Yeah, from the school. So these generations who already understand about diet, so when they grow older, they can also educate other people, right? The problem with us, because our parents are not being educated with that, so
Yeah,
that's why it's very very hard when we go balik kampung. Yeah,
Yes,
we want
I
to,
know.
yeah, and then if you tak makan banyak, later mak marah,
Mak marah,
nenek
nek
marah.
marah.
Yeah, so things like that.
Oh, tak bersyukur.
Ya, tak bersyukur berdosa. Nasi tu menangis.
Nis, yeah.
Alright, orang kat Palestin tak makan.
Yeah, so many ways to guilt trip us into eating.
Right, yeah. So
Oh,
even my parents too, they also don't understand until I become a dietitian.
Dietitian,
Yeah,
understood.
until I founded a company. Then they okay lah, never mind.
Okay. Now I listen to her. She got her own company now. Now we
Yeah.
listen. She's successful already. Now we listen.
Not yet successful.
I mean, I would say like this is pretty much a success because like you are bringing like so much information, so much awareness to the general public. Like through our platform, and I thank you for that lah. I really thank you for
Right.
that, Dr. Masfarah. Sorry, Dietitian Masfarah.
Not my Sarah lah.
Masfarah.
Masfarah. You call me Farah lah. Farah.
Dietitian Farah. Okay lah. Boleh lah.
Yeah, so like suku-suku separuh, it's also one of the. Do you know suku-suku separuh?
Yeah. Carbohydrates,
Yes.
protein, vegetables.
Yeah, so suku-suku separuh is actually one of the initiatives of our government, the KKM, to reduce the obesity rate in Malaysia and also to reduce the diabetic problem, blah blah blah, things like that. Okay, but that is a general.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you the same thing. Is that just very general?
It's
Like
very general. Okay, some of the people when they see okay, let's just do diet suku-suku separuh, right? But they are very overweight or obese class 3 with the BMI with the weight of 100 plus, and when they practice suku-suku separuh, it's not enough for their body, right? Although
because
it's
your body needs more sustenance.
yes, their body needs more calories than that, right? So usually when we do weight loss, it has to be 500 reduction.
Sorry, 500?
500 calories reduction per fast. Like for example, during the first 3 months, we'll give you 500 reductions. For example, my calorie is 2000.
Okay.
I want to lose weight, so I focus on 1500 for 3 months. And then after that, we see lah. Okay, we evaluate your conditions. So what I would say, the suku-suku separuh is good an initiative, but it's just very general. If you want to do personalized according to what your body really needs, go see a dietitian.
Yes, guys, you can't stress it enough. Go see a dietitian, please.
Yeah, go see a
Dietitian.
dietitian.
You want to go to DietIdeas also, please
Yeah.
go ahead. It's only in Subang Jaya, guys. Okay.
Yeah, in fact, DietIdeas, we are the first one dietitians in Malaysia, not even in hospital, practicing DNA. We are super precise, personalized according to your genetics.
So you learn about your family history as well. You learn about yourself
Yeah,
as well when you go see DietIdeas.
true. And also you will learn about some people keep on talking about supplements like omega-3, omega-6. And then when you do DNA test, you can see that your body doesn't really need that much. And for example, if you take too much of omega-6, it will increase your risk of developing age macular degenerations. Mata.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, so that's why always understand who you are first, and then you are good for life.
Yeah, understood. I mean, like, it's just one test that can solve your entire problem.
Yeah, it's once in a lifetime. Yeah.
Okay.
I hope I give you justice.
Yeah, please. Yeah, very much. Because I do have a lot more questions if it's possible. And never mind. So how are we doing for time?
2 more questions.
Okay. So okay. When it comes to macros, right? This is what we're talking about macros, which is our 3 things, right? When it comes to macros, what are micro calories? Macros. I'm not sure what they are.
Macronutrients.
Micronutrients. What are those?
Okay. So macronutrients and micronutrients are the branches of nutrition.
Okay.
Okay. So all the food that you are eating, it will consist of macro and micro.
Understood.
Inside the macro, definitely there will be a micronutrients. Like for example, you are eating rice. Okay, in the rice there will be definitely vitamin B, right? So vitamin B is micronutrients. Zinc is micronutrients. What
Calcium,
else?
all that is?
Calcium is also not. Okay, vitamins, minerals are also micronutrients. Yeah, so inside minerals, definitely there is a calcium. So it's a macronutrients.
Okay, understood.
Yeah.
So if we eat right, we don't even need to take supplements.
Yes. You don't have to take supplements unless there are some things happening to yourself. Like for example, you go for bariatric surgery. So for people with bariatric surgery, they already cut some of the part of their our stomach, right? So there are some enzyme that has been thrown away. So they have to take vitamin B also to improve their conditions. And also if you're a very, very busy person, like you always keep your meals, right? So that part we also encourage you to take supplements, but always see a dietitian first.
Yeah, because I do have this question I will ask. Hopefully we can talk again in the future because we don't have time anymore. Hopefully in the future we can do another podcast.
I'm very happy.
Thank you so much.
If not me, I can send another dietitians
Thank
for
you
you.
so much. Thank you so much. Hopefully this can be a very good content collaboration between our two companies. I guess it will be my final question. All right. So when it comes to weight loss, what is the main problem? Like this is let's get it straight down to from a dietitian, right? What is the main problem? Is it fats or is it sugar? When it comes to weight, fat loss or whatever, what is the main problem actually? Is it sugar or is it fats?
Actually, there are no. I mean, like, both are not the main problem. It's
Sorry.
you who are the main problem.
Yes, thank you for the
Right.
for the shot to the heart. Bullet to the heart, guys.
Yeah, fat sugar is not the main problem. In fact, me, I'm skinny. Oh, no, not skinny lah. I mean, I am in a normal BMI. I also love to eat cakes. I also love to eat any fatty food, right? But I'm not overweight. Why?
Okay.
Because it's me. I know.
How to control?
Yeah, how to control.
Okay, so because there is a stigma that like sugar is the main problem because sugar produces too much glucose in your body and therefore it gets stored as fat as time goes on. Like, is that true or is that like?
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Alright, so-
Even fat also, even protein also, if you're eating it, it will be stored in your fat,
Okay.
in your body as fat too.
All right. So basically, like diet, food, and exercise has to go hand in hand.
Yeah, it's 80% diet, 20% exercise.
Oh no, I'm more 70% diet, 30% exercise.
Okay, can.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Like, I can't-
can also.
Okay.
It's personalized to
It's
you.
personalized. Exactly, guys. So once again, for the before I end the show, I would really highly recommend go check out DietIdeas in USJ1. Okay, they just tell us that you heard them from Sembang Sihat by SihatSihat. All right, podcast. Yeah, probably they can give you discount or something.
Yeah,
Never
yeah.
know,
Oh,
right?
maybe we can do that, right? For any listeners from your podcast, we can get free consultations.
Yep. All right.
With our dietitians.
All right.
Yeah, and also you may check us out at our Instagram.
Yes. Please do.
By DietIdeas, BYDIETIDEAS. By DietIdeas.
By DietIdeas at
Yeah.
DietIdeas on Instagram. Facebook.
Facebook is DietIdeas, and our website is www.dietideas.com.my.
Okay, guys, please remember all those addresses, social media addresses. Please, if you need to know any information about DietIdeas, you can still contact us at SihatSihat on our Facebook and our Instagram. So, I would say this is like the most productive and knowledge gaining podcast session that we ever had at SihatSihat.
Wow.
Right. So thank you so much, dietitian Masfarah. I got it right finally. Thank you so much. Is there any final advice you want to say to our listeners?
My final advice is when it comes to diet, never follow other people. Always listen to your body, listen to how your body works for you, and follow the right kind of diet according to who you are. If you are Malay people, you can follow Malay diet. Okay, you can still back up, right?
Okay.
With the Malay diet, no issue with that. Seek a dietitian for more information.
All right, guys, that's all from us from Sembang Sihat today by SihatSihat, of course. So please check us out for our next podcast. Stay tuned. I'm Mike Azmin. She's dietitian Masfarah. We're out.
Thank you.